what they call a lifer. And one time he told me, it doesn't matter who wins or loses, the civilians always lose. It took me a little while to put that together. But I see it so clearly now. And for that reason, we should never forget this horrible waste. We should stand up against it. Never forget that humans are not things. They are not pawns in a game of self-aggrandizement, folly, and ego. But humans whose only wrongdoing might be standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. Never forget their families either. They too suffered enormously. Never forget those we lost. Never forget those who sent them into harm's way. Thank you.
Please join us in saying our congregational affirmation. Love is the spirit of this congregation, and service its call. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Please turn to each other and greet someone you don't know or an old friend. Let's hit the chime here. All right, I'm going to grab. It's always hard to stop that chit-chat, isn't it? Hey, I've got a story if I've got any little ones who would like to come up and hear it. Somebody want to come up and sit by me right here on the steps? Is it Millie? Millie, would you like to come up and sit? And Max, hi. Oh, we got some old favorites coming up too. I certainly noticed you were here, George. Oh, you just sat on my toe. Oh, there's plenty of room. All righty, so today I don't have a book, but I have a story from a book, and we've got the pictures up on the screens. The name of the story is Anansi and the Pot of Wisdom, and it's a story from Ghana, which is a country in Africa, about Anansi the spider who decided he wanted to gather all the wisdom in the world and keep it for himself. He was curious, but he was also afraid that if other people were wise, then he wouldn't feel special anymore. Whew. So as you listen, think about this question. Is the wisdom we collect with our curiosity something we keep for ourselves?
Oh no, why is there an AI picture on the screen?
I don't know. Or something we should share with the world. Anansi and the Pot of Wisdom. Anansi the spider loves to spin a tale. He can regale you for hours with stories full of wonder, stories full of fun, and stories full of facts, too. But because he is so nosy, Anansi knows almost everything about almost everyone. Almost. But Anansi wants to know everything. So one day, he goes to the house of the sun god. Oh, mighty sun god, you see everything and everyone. Won't you share your great wisdom with me? I'll use it wisely to spin tales of wonder and fun for everyone. The sun god says, Anansi, I will put all the wisdom in the world here in this clay pot. You must share the wisdom with everyone. Anansi promises to do so. He takes the pot home. He looks deep into the clay pot, and sure enough, He sees sights he has never seen before. He hears sounds he never knew existed. This is too good to give away. I will keep this great wisdom for myself, he said. I must hide it. And he looks around for a good hiding place. He decides to climb to the top of the tallest tree. Oh, great. There he will tie up the clay pot and the leafy branches will hide it. He starts climbing the tree, holding the pot in front of him. The climbing is really hard. Have you ever climbed a tree while holding a pot? And Nancy wishes he had 9 limbs. Why is that? How many legs does a spider have? 8. Thank you. His youngest daughter is outside. She sees what a hard time Nancy is having. Father, it would be easier if you tied the pot to your back. Then all your limbs would be free for climbing. Do you think Anansi is happy to get good advice from his daughter? No. Think again. She's right. That would be easier. Why is it that some young pup thinks of this when I, who possess all the wisdom of the world, did not? He gets so angry that he throws the pot to the ground. All the wisdom in the world comes flowing out of the pot. Some falls here, some falls there. No one gets all the wisdom, but everyone gets some wisdom. This is why, even today, wisdom is everywhere. If you listen to the stories from storytellers and books all around the world, you will find wisdom too. What do you think? Should we send you out? Let's sing these kiddos out. Thank you for listening.
We send our children off with love, short and tall, we love them all. We send our children off with love, we hope they know how cherished they are. We hope they know how cherished they are.
Here you go, big fella.
What?
Thank you for helping this morning, Nathan.
Yeah.
All right. Our poem is Such Beauty from Ashes by Carolyn Marie Rogers.
And we are singing our hearts out. Our souls are in our eyes, and they are beautiful souls. They are souls of truth, souls of life, souls of love, souls of faith. They are souls of hope, and we have conquered a little corner in the world of fear.
And we have stepped up forward, and we have torn down walls, and we have smashed sound barriers between us, and we have dared again and again and yet again to dream. And our dreams have finally taken material form. We have changed our hearts, we have altered and changed our minds, and because of this, we now have some valor and strength, and we are threatening to change the world, that it might be a better place.
Where am I?
Right here.
For us and for all God's children, for all that we are, for all that we might be, we have done it, and we rise now, and one voice of many harmonies through the many mysteries of beauty and harmony, one voice.
Though many, for one, for all the earth to grow and know. From the mounds of ashes of our dead, our martyred, our lambs are sacrificed, those who died and have been dead so long they are no more than, nor any less than, sacred memories, mountains of ashes of our sweet, beloved, beautiful dead.
Today what beautiful
What beauty?
we now have to gain strength to continue on beauty from ashes.
Thank you. Do you want to do the offertory? Do you want to do the offertory next?
Okay. Each week, you support the work of this congregation and all the ways we live our values in the world through our own generosity. In addition to supporting this church, a good share of your donations will support a local nonprofit, helping us make a difference beyond these walls. Today and all of May and June, our recipient is Homeward Alliance. Homeward Alliance operates a continuum of programs and initiatives for families, adults, and seniors, such as basic needs, housing-focused case management, and employment services. They are not only an alliance of services, but also an alliance of volunteers, donors, agency partners, and other community stakeholders. They envision a community in which homelessness is rare, short-lived, and non-reoccurring. Please give generously to support ourselves and this important work. Thank you.
I forgot your name. Tabitha are here, and you started the, what was it called back then with the backpacks and sleeping bags? Yeah, Homeless Gear, which became Homeward Alliance. So thank you for being here. It's good to see you. So please give generously. Both, and well, all three of you. You're all great. Each week we come together to share our lives and to care for each other, and so it's time for joys and concerns. And so if you have a joy or concern, brief, personal, we will get the mic to you. Please say your name. Oh, it's good to see you, Clay.
And it was very beautiful. She always wanted to pass at home, and she said, "Don't take me to that nursing home." So we didn't. We kept her at home. And I and some of my family members were there with her. She took her last breath. So it was really sweet. Lots of family, children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and one great-great-grandchild was there. So my mom was so really sweet person, and she did not talk her Christianity. She lived it every day. She was always helping people, looking out for people. No one ever left her house hungry. So I'm so glad to be back. Thank you all for all your support. It really means a lot, and it's really good to be back here. Thank you.
Clay, our hearts are with you and your family.
Hi, I'm Roger. I just wanted to say my next door neighbor of many years, who is a carpenter, who I volunteer to help people do things. He is always there. I mean, he's not a member of this congregation, but he's helped many people here with carpentry skills, and he's 55 years old and had a heart attack last Wednesday and passed while I was in North Dakota fishing. So, but his name was Gary.
We hold Gary in our hearts. Thank you, Roger.
My name is Vicki, and I have a joy to have my own car back after an accident. The accident happened like 5 days before my husband's celebration of life service, so it was really traumatic. And I'm so thankful they were able to repair it, and I didn't have to go shop for a car.
Our heart is with your car and looking and working well. Anyone on Zoom? Nope. Anyone else have anything? Well, let's keep in our hearts all of those people who don't have a house to live in, or are away at war, or doing something that isn't what their preferred activity might be, and let's keep them all in our hearts, please. Let's get comfortable and do a little meditation. Put your feet firmly on the ground. Keep your hands in your lap. Close your eyes and just observe your breath. Just watching the breath without manipulating it. And you will see it spontaneously settles down. And now bring your awareness into your heart, right in the middle of your chest. And mentally ask yourself, who am I? Allowing any sensation, image, feeling, or thought to spontaneously come to you. And now ask the question, what do I want? What is my deepest desire? Once again, not looking for an answer, allowing any sensation, image, feeling, or thought to come to you. And finally, open the door to consciousness, abundance consciousness, by asking yourself, what am I grateful for? Now just go back to your breathing, observe it, and just rest in being. Existence without interpretation. Rest in being. Being, awareness, joy. This is our one true nature. And now you can just feel your body and slowly open your eyes. My husband was a violin and viola fiddle player, so that music goes straight to my heart. And I'm so glad you're here, Kate, with that instrument. And then there's the banjo. I love it too. I love it too. What is patriotism in these times? Congressman Jason Crow from Colorado, House District 6, tells the story of his time leading men in the invasion of Iraq. In his early 20s, he, quote, was thrust into a situation of leading a platoon of paratroopers, 50 of them. They came from every part of this country. They were white, black, Asian, Hispanic, straight, gay, rich, poor, truck drivers from Ohio, surfers from California, ranchers from Texas. They were a group of paratroopers who had never known each other, came from every facet of this country, and we were thrust together to fight, putting aside the politics of war. That was our mission, to come together as a team. We had a choice to make. Would we focus on those differences, those divisions, or would we come together and become the brothers that we needed to become? We did, of course, come together. That's not to say we didn't have our differences and our fights, but we did find common ground. We've served together, we had each other's backs, and we all came home together. Still to this day, when I think about America, when I think about what we can be, that unfulfilled promise, and the challenges we face, I still think about the faces of those paratroopers, end quote. Working together toward a common goal in spite of political, religious, physical differences, that's patriotism. This time in the throes of war. Francie Liefert is the partner of our former minister, the Reverend Laura Liefert. Sometime in 2018, while working on immigration issues, she discovered there was a gap in dire need of organized support. And that was providing bond money for those in the Aurora ICE detention facility. Many who were seeking asylum were incarcerated and unable to bond out. Their families were often in far distant parts of the country. We went to work and established the Immigrant Freedom Fund. We learned how the immigration machine operates. Someone gets picked up at the border, and if they ask for asylum, they were usually incarcerated somewhere. Could be Aurora or Alabama or New Jersey, no matter where their family or supports were. Some could get a lawyer. Fortunately, at that time, the Rocky Mountain Immigrant Advocacy Network, REMAIN, had a stable of pro bono lawyers. They made the contact at ICE, got the legal paperwork processed, and a judge set a bond amount anywhere from a few $1,000s to $10,000 or more. Sometimes the Immigrant Freedom Fund paid the whole bond, and sometimes we paid part. One of us drove down to the detention center and handed the check at the front window. Sometime later, the bonded out person was released out the back door. Those of us who handed over the check never got to meet anyone we bonded out. An agency called Casa de Paz met them and got them where they needed to go until their next court hearing. Money, sometimes after years, was returned to the fund. Soon, it became clear that operating out of Loveland was not very efficient, so the fund was moved to Denver with our cohorts there. During the time the IFF was managed by Francie and local volunteers, we raised a total of $456,500 over 2 years. That, too, is patriotism. Congressman Crow is on a speaking tour to promote the new American patriotism. He observes there are two fundamental stories of America, both important, oftentimes in conflict with each other. One is the story of individual liberty, the cowboy myth, and another one, very important, the idea of community in coming together. He says, I believe this moment that we are in is in part a function of the radical imbalance now between those stories and how people have chosen sides in the narrative. So how do we rebalance? Congressman Crow believes there are two important components to the new American patriotism, a call to service and a new style of leadership. Think back to Minneapolis this past winter as ICE invaded the city. The citizens established a comprehensive rapid response network. It involved centralized dispatch by geographic zone. Community members on foot or in vehicles monitored their blocks. If a vehicle or agent was spotted, dispatchers were alerted to share the exact location, direction of travel, and license number. Then residents on the chat were notified immediately to blow whistles, safely document the encounter, and conduct constitutional observing to protect community members. In addition to physical mobilization, these networks also distributed supplies and supported families affected by enforcement or sudden political events. Thousands of citizens answered this call to service. I don't know if you remember the lady in the pink jacket up there on the left. Her name is Stella Carlson. She was the one who videoed the murder of Alex Preddy. She had seen what Alex was doing, trying to driving through as he saw that many were getting attacked in their vehicles. She then chose to be a bystander and videotaped the events. After Alex was murdered, as she tried to collect herself, someone in a nearby building invited people in to warm up. She started to process what she had. Meanwhile, outside, the ICE agents became more aggressive. More of them showed up. Tanks rolled in. Tear gas was pumped into the area, even into the building she was in. Then a friend called her to tell her that ICE was looking for the lady in the pink jacket. Another woman traded jackets with her, and she got away to a safe place and turned her video over to the ACLU. She was not able to go home, use her phone, or drive her car. Someone later moved her car, and they noticed that they were being followed. No regrets. She said, "I want all of us to feel more comfortable coming forward and not feel threatened by this administration. The more of us that do that, the less of us that are individually at risk." Many questioned the wisdom of wearing that bright pink jacket. Her response? "I'm going to be pink and glittery and whatever I choose to be and blow a whistle." That's not only patriotism, that's a level of bravery that I hope I can rise to. Our president thinks fear is contagious. He wants people to be afraid and to bow down. Minnesota shows us that courage is more contagious than fear. Congressman Crow addresses the second part. The old style of leadership is largely dead. He advocates for servant leadership, grounded in service, grounded in humility, and instead of someone who thinks they know all the answers, instead they are a convener, someone who brings people together from all kinds of backgrounds, establishes the conditions for consensus building, and for the community to come together to solve problems. As he goes around the country looking for those conveners and encouraging them to run for office at every level, from city council to school board to state reps to the federal level, he's looking for people who have done something that transcends political boundaries, people who can find common ground. It involves sacrifice to do this work, but that is what it's going to take. How do we put this new patriotism to work here in Loveland? Do we have anything that involves a call to service and a new kind of leadership? Working together to begin to solve our problem of unhoused individuals is certainly a big one. Loveland has a checkered past in coming together to find reasonable answers. City Council has been nefarious in some of its actions, and certainly many have showed themselves to lack understanding and caring for those experiencing something we never hoped to. Two opportunities present themselves, so you can sign up right now. One is the movie Beyond the Bridge, A Solution to Homelessness, which will be shown on Saturday, May 30th at 5:30 at St. John the Evangelist Catholic Church. Panel discussion will follow, and the mayor is expected to participate in the discussion. Hallelujah. May we get back on track in Loveland. Details are in the weekly email and on the website, and there's a poster over in Parker Hall. I also noticed that on Thursday, May 28th, Reverend Lydia, our pastoral care minister, and Reverend Ruth Reinhardt are bringing UUs from across the state together to dream, plan, and act as a UU statewide action network. It's a Zoom meeting from 6:30 to 8 on Thursday. Already, almost 60 people have shown up. The idea is to amplify the UU voice in Colorado. Learn more by signing up and joining in. Many of you have already answered the call to service, but we're not done. We have to keep on keeping on. So put on some bright pink and a few baubles and let's get to work. May it be so.
our closing hymn. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking, I saw a sign there, and on the sign it said, no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. This land was made for you and me. In the squares of the city, in the shadow of the steeple, by the relief office, I'd seen my people. As they lived there hungry, I stood there asking, is the land made for you and me? Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking that freedom highway. Living can make me turn back. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me.
I'd like to say a few closing words. Again, we are here on Memorial Day. We must remember the promise of America, the ideals upon which it was founded, not the crass commercialism and greed that is destroying this nation. And remember that so much of this is just due to certain people's egos, their desire for power, their insecurities, their feeling that they're not good enough, and so they want to outshine others. And we must stand up against that so that in the future our hope and our peace continue.
And join us for coffee hour while we sing Go Your Way in Peace.